All right, so if you're a videographer out there and maybe you've tried your hand at running some ads to grow your video services, or you've been inundated over the past several years with the message of paid ads are the only way that you can grow your video business, and now going into 2025, you are wondering if that is still the case. Well, I'm here today to tell you that yes, running paid ads is going to be the fastest, most efficient way that you are going to grow your video business here in 2025. And for those out there who don't know who I am, my name is Evan Andrews, and for the past 2 years, I have been helping other videographers over at the Master Filmmaker Coaching Program actually implement the paid ads side of their business. And I've actually been helping many people over there actually add 5 to 6 figure retainers into their business, and doing all of this through paid advertising. And in today's video, I'm going to go over a few key things about what you possibly believe about paid ads and some things that you should know before implementing paid ads into your video business. So the first thing that you actually really need to do is you actually really need to understand and get over the belief that paid ads don't work for you. Paid ads 100% work. They will 100% work for just about every business out there. And it's only because either you don't know how to make them work or that you've never tried is why you believe that they don't work. Because at the end of the day, paid ads, they really only work when you have the right strategies in place and the right understanding of how you're using them to leverage the growth of your business. 9 times out of 10, it's not the ads themselves that are the problem. It can come down to things like poor targeting. And even today, where broad targeting is kind of the best route that you can go running ads on Meta, for example, your targeting is all in the approach of the messaging and what you're saying in the ads. So being specific, and like you've heard me preach about in the past, niching down is a number one way that you can get your message on point to whom it is that you want to talk to. I can put it into a little bit of perspective like this. Running ads without a plan of action is just like trying to make a video without a storyboard, right? Without a little bit of prep and a little bit of planning. But when you go into running ads with intention, whether or not you know how to exactly do it or not just yet, going into it with a plan of action is going to ultimately increase the likelihood that you have some success with the ad campaigns and the strategies that you're running. Another thing that I believe that keeps people from, staying on the ads train is thinking that paid advertising is like a quick or a simple fix to a big glaring hole or problem inside of your business. And they're not meant to look like that, because sometimes ads, they take a little bit of ramp up. Right when you launch an ad campaign, you may have some leads, some conversations come through, right? But we don't really know exactly the validity of those leads right when they come through. And if you only get a couple and then the thing tanks, there's something in there that has to be fixed, that has to be manipulated to be able to make it better. And you approaching running ads as if I'm just going to make an ad, I'm going to put it up and it's going to do well. And inevitably when it probably doesn't right out of the gate, you turn it off or you get discouraged and you say, ads don't work for me. I can't tell you how many times that I work with students and I work with clients and they come to me and they say, hey, I've been running my ads for about 3 weeks and I haven't gotten any leads yet. And I will inevitably ask them, okay, well, how many different ads have we ran? And they might tell me 1 or 2. And I have to look at them and I have to say, okay, well, this is probably a potential reason why the ads aren't showing any fruit. It's because we haven't supplied the platform with enough variation, with enough testing ability to know if the message that we're putting up and out there is actually something that people actually want to hear. If we only put 1 or 2 ads up, we are quickly going to, run out of the possibility of knowing if, an alternative variation or a different first 3 seconds or something like that is the difference maker in getting somebody through all the way to the next step. So as an example, running more variation should definitely be a part of your overall strategy when you are running ads. You can't just set up one, say it's going to work, and then it doesn't, because it just doesn't work that way. You have to test more. You have to know and understand why you're testing more. And that's going to be the thing that allows the platform to also learn and grow with you as an advertiser. No matter what platform you're using, you want to have enough variation for these platforms so that they can learn, so that they can optimize, so that they can actually get you what you want, so that you spend more money. If the platforms didn't bring you more money, why would you continue to spend on the platforms? They aren't here to take your money. They are here to make you more money, or allow you the opportunity to make you more money so that you will spend that money back on the platform to make more. And then another common misconception or belief that I believe a lot of advertisers, not just videographers, but small business owners, whatever, they just believe that ads are more complicated to run than they actually are. If you get into any ads manager, I don't care what the platform is, at the beginning, might it look a little overwhelming? Maybe. Sure. You won't know where to go. You won't know what to click. You won't know what to do. But there is a plethora of information out there to actually show you how to maneuver, click the buttons, place this thing here, and launch a campaign. The thing is, though, that you just feel like you can't learn that because you feel like it's much harder than it is. When I look at running ads as lever pulling, right? It's literally button press, upload a piece of content, and it's off and it's out there in the ether. But you just have to get over that fallacy that it's not something that you can learn, because I could teach my 9-year-old kids how to run ads. They might not run it to the best of their abilities because their abilities are so, minuscule at this point in their life, but I can teach it to a 9-year-old. So it's literally just a process of A, B, C, and D and launch. And it's something that you as an entrepreneur, as a videographer, you can learn how to do it for yourself. It's not that complicated. In fact, a lot of ad platforms these days are making it stupid, dumb, simple for you to actually be running ads because they want you to spend money on their platform, right? So Meta, for example, has this thing called a tailored ads campaign that takes away all of that big fluff and all of the buttons and all of that stuff to give you very concise step 1, step 2, step 3, and then you have ads up and launched. Now, it does have a way to override some of that simplicity, but if you're a new advertiser, you can start out with the most simplest form of their ad manager. It's not that difficult. You just have to get over the fact that you don't think that you can't do it. And then another thing out there is we talk about what's the budget that it takes to actually run ads. Now, the best advice that I can give you out there is that you start off small, right? You start off with something that's manageable. There are advertisers on Meta, for example, that spend tens of thousands to hundreds of thousands of dollars a day to put up their ads, their content, so that they can turn around and turn a profit. You obviously have your means, you have something that you have to live inside of. And that's fine, because you can make ads start, work, and be profitable for, anywhere between 20, 30, and $50 to $100 a day. But you have to start smart. You have to start slow, because the more money that you do feed the platform, the more impressions that you usually inevitably get. And if you're not able to, handle that influx, then you're kind of spinning your wheels and you're spending your money for real no reason. So my advice on budgets is just start off with something that's manageable, right? I think anybody that is even remotely contemplating running ads, they're usually starting off with, maybe anywhere from $500 to $1,000 in ad spend to play with per month. And I think that's a great starting point. You can look at, $20 a day is roughly about $600. $10 a day is $300. That's very slow going, but that's even a starting point, right? Just to get used to how it works and used to seeing how the trickle down effect or the flow of somebody going from they don't know who you are to now they're in your DMs to now you're having a sales call with them. Like, when you understand that, you can then turn up the gas, turn up the ad spend, and you can have more of those conversations, more of that flow, and understand how to navigate the waters as you go through them. So understanding that ads aren't this, scary shadow figure that lives in the corner of the room and is staring you down every day. That is going to be the thing that you need to understand and get over to be able to actually have success with running ads. And why I believe that as a video creator and as somebody that works with consumers, businesses out there, like, getting your message out there through paid ads and paid traffic is the number one way that you are going to grow your business in 2025. If you want something that is more predictable and you don't want to rely on all of the things that are beyond your control, because ads at the end of the day are the only thing that are within your control. If you are a videographer out there and you got all the way through this video, you like what you heard, maybe you're thinking about running ads, you just don't know where to start, what you can do is you can DM me the word grow over on my Instagram. You can find a link in the description of this video to get to my Instagram. Again, that word over there, just DM me the word grow. I'll know that you've watched this video or any of my other videos, and that I know that you're serious about actually taking the next step to getting more clients, to charging more money, to having the business and potentially even the lifestyle that you actually want to have as a video creative entrepreneur here in 2025. So again, find that link in the description, send me the word grow over on Instagram, and we'll chat one-to-one about how the mentorship that I run that helps other videographers just like you actually grow to those consistent 5-figure months inside of your video business. And I'll see you guys on the other side.